Preparing to be God's choice. 7 things you have to do. Identify your value and identity in Christ. These I did not write out for you, but I can give them to you at another time if you'd like them. Realize our relationship with God will never change. Realize that fellowship with God is affected by sin. These are things you have to know in order to be able to progress in your relationship. If you have fellowship with God, your fellowship will be affected if you're having sin in your life. And sin takes many forms. It can be something that is, between a male and a female. It can just be between a male and a television, or a male and a computer. It could be between 2 females. But sin will separate your relationship with God. Why? Because God is holy and he cannot have anything to do with darkness. Realize that sexual immorality, and I said in quotation marks that this is the most probable occurrence in my history of working with people, which has been since I was 14, at least, and now I'm 49. Do the math. The most probable occurrence of the breakdown in relationship with God, my most probable occurrence with people's lives has been in sexual immorality. What am I saying? That the majority of the times when I see one of you dear hearts get cold in God and start acting funny, and you look away and you're running away and you're trying your best to cover it up, but I'm so sorry. Sometimes when you walk through the door, the way God shows me stuff is I just see your face. It's like, oh, got a problem there. So-and-so's got a problem. Or God will give me a dream, and I will dream about you, and you will be doing what you shouldn't be doing. Or something will happen, and he will reveal it to me in pastor. Has happened with couples that have fallen into sin. Has happened with singles. The most probable occurrence, the most likely thing behind most problems is sexual immorality. And when someone's character changes and does a 90% change, one week you're just so good, and then the next week, wow, we can't see you, dropped off the face of the earth, you're not answering pages, you're not answering your SMSs, you're not showing up for things, you're not this. Usually, I already know it's a sexual immorality problem, because that's usually what changes your character faster than anything, all right? Next slide. Desire to be pure so you can be a pure vessel in the presence of a holy God, so you can have a more intimate relationship. You have to desire that. You have to say, God, I want to be more intimate with you, and to be more intimate with you, I have to stay pure. If you don't do that before you start a relationship, you will have a problem. Develop character qualities of sacrifice. Requirements to have a Christ-centered marriage. What does that mean? It means that the true character of a Christian is to be able to have qualities of sacrifice and to give yourself in servanthood to one another. And why do I say that that's a basic of marriage? Because when you get married, you're going to have to give in to somebody. The guy will have to serve the girl, and the girl will have to serve the guy. If you do not do that, your marriage will not last. Because I told you already, you're not marrying someone's perfect, who's perfect. They will have problem areas. And if you only focus on the problem areas, you will kill each other, or you will spend all your time screaming and yelling at each other. Because that is life. So you focus now on qualities of sacrifice, learning to give in your ministry, learning to serve in your ministry, learning to do things in ministry that will develop a quality that you learn to love and to sacrifice for others as Christ was sacrificing for the church. If you do that, you start developing a quality that when you marry this person, you can stand him when you find out he's not perfect. And when he is lousy at this, you can say, it's all right. I love you, and I will sacrifice, even though I've said this 10 times, and you still don't put the toilet lid up or down, whatever it is they're supposed to do, and you still don't put the dishes where never mind, I still love you. I will sacrifice because I'm going to make this work. I'm going to show a servant spirit, okay? So you start that before. Begin courtship from the starting point of a ministry. Next slide. Keep your focus on your relationship with God and not on your performance. So when you are dating somebody, don't worry if you're perfect. Don't worry that you do everything right. Keep your focus on God instead of trying to be perfect, all right?